Hello, my name is James. I am trying something new. So this is my first video ever recording to put on YouTube. My title on my YouTube is Just James, so it's literally just going to be pretty much me, my thoughts, my concerns, tips, dealing with everything. Life, fitness, health, money, basically a vlog. I've never done this before. It's something new. I'm doing it for a few reasons. One, I kind of need an outlet to vent my thoughts, and I figured here's a way that I've heard that can help with dealing with that. I do have depression. I've been diagnosed, and I've been diagnosed with anxiety. I'm not sure if I have ADHD. I actually do need to go get psyched out for that, so I'm probably going to go do that soon, but I know those two things are for sure. And they say journaling is good, or vlogging is good. So I figured, why not try to kill two birds with one stone? I want to make more money. I honestly don't necessarily want to be more famous, but here's a way for me to kind of work on my mental by getting thoughts out and thinking about things, and hopefully helping other people, and hopefully turn that into some type of monetary value. And along the way, maybe I'll find a niche that really works for me. So please bear with me. If you like what I post, if you like what I have to say, like all the other YouTubers out there, like, subscribe, all that other shit. I will be doing my very best to post one video a week to start. Once I get into the rhythm and I, kind of have a good routine of how things work, then I will probably do more. I'm currently driving, so this is completely unsafe. But this is the time I have to do it, so I'm going to do it. I don't recommend doing it like this. I'm a professional, unprofessional, so don't try this at home. But yeah, so anyway, first topic. I don't even know what my first topic is going to be, if I'm going to be honest with you. The first topic is starting something new. So I've started new things in my life before. Sometimes I've started off better than others. More often than not, when I start something new, it takes a lot for me to start. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a procrastinator in that sense. I think it's situational. I think the less confident I am in what I'm doing, the harder it is for me to start. The more confident, the easier it is for me to start. And that's just what it is. Even if I don't have any prior knowledge, because there's things I'm confident I can do that, and I'll start, and I'm good to start. All right, and there's things I'm not confident with, and it's like, I can think of a million ways not to start. So this first video is just basically me talking. Most of my videos are probably going to be me talking. I might do some unboxings. I might show some workout vlogs, because I do like lifting. I'm actually on my way to the gym right now. But for the most part, it's going to be a vlog. Just talking about life, trials, tribulations, loss, victory, pain, everything. From my perspective, from perspectives of people that I believe have value in what they're talking about, and align kind of with my morals and, all that. And I figured, why not? It would be probably a good idea to do. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, enough rambling. So again, starting something new. It's easy to get caught up in all the things that can go wrong. It's easy to get caught up in all the ways that you can fail. And it's super easy to never feel ready. I'm sure it's pretty cliche by saying it by now, but I still feel like it needs to be said. You don't need to feel ready, and you don't need everything to be right to start. Prime example, myself. This is my first video on YouTube. Whether it becomes successful or not, however long that takes, this is video one. I've been watching YouTube shit since it started. I would say I wasn't as much of a fan of it as I am today, and that's for a lot of different reasons. It has a lot of useful information, has a lot of disinformation, but I found YouTube was a better source of information on all subjects and topics. Now, it does take some vetting. It does take some, what's the word I'm looking for here? Diligence, I guess, or some wisdom or wherewithal to not take everything, as the gospel, so to speak, but take a lot of it with a grain of salt until it's been confirmed or, you've seen corroborating evidence or anything like that. But, for the most part, YouTube is a wealth of information and knowledge, and for many people, a great source of income. And I figured I've been watching this for so long, it's probably time that I try to do something with it. And the reason I haven't before is because I've been watching YouTube for a long time, and I see a lot of people talking a lot of crazy mess on there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people spreading disinformation. There's a lot of opinion news. There's a lot of opinion pieces, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But the way our world works is it's really easy for someone to come on here and say, anything crazy if they can sound credible enough, and people start to believe it. I honestly am afraid of being fallen into that trap. So I figured the best way to start was to not pick a niche or a genre. In that sense, the niche or genre is going to be myself. And the reason being is I know the most about me more than anyone else. I believe that I have life experiences that I can talk about that might help other people and help them make better decisions. And maybe some of my life experiences might help people not fall into the same traps. It might help them do better. At the end of the day, I want to help. Yes, I do want to make money, but ultimately I want to help. I don't want to make money harming people. I don't want to make money telling people bullshit. If I'm making money, it's because I'm genuinely helping myself. I told myself a very long time ago, and I kind of stick to it to this day, if I am successful, I want to do something I enjoy doing. I don't want to do something that makes me money, that I know I'm not compromising my morals or values, and I'm not leading people down the wrong path. Doesn't mean I don't make mistakes, doesn't mean I can't be wrong, and if I can be corrected, here I'm for it. But that's pretty much what it is. So, bringing that around to starting something new. As an example, because I wasn't sure of what I want to do as a niche, that kept me from starting for a long time. Because I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? There's already, the internet is cavernous with niches and what you can do, and there's someone in every spot, and it is definitely oversaturated. But the reality is, the good thing is, I would say, is that in the world we live in, that really doesn't matter, because people are always looking for a new voice to talk about something. It is something I don't take lightly, because like I said, I'm not looking to be out here just another talking head, just spewing some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I'm a man, but I'm not going to be red pilling anyone or black pilling anyone. I'm going to just try to keep it from a man's perspective, who's, I think is fairly level-headed, and sorry about that, who's fairly level-headed and believes that what I'm saying has some relevance and some truth to it. I'm not always going to agree with everyone on things. I'm probably going to say things that maybe offend people. Hey, it's just an opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch. That's fine. But I think that in itself was another reason that I was afraid to start. Because once you put yourself out here, you open that door for people to scrutinize you, say hateful shit, be mean to you, and do all of that. And if I'm being honest, as a brother in the world we live in today, I got enough of that I'm not outwardly seeking. But I also realize that I do believe that I have thoughts and things that I think are relevant to talk about and say. Maybe some of these things aren't necessarily original in the sense of someone else may be thinking the same thing and may have said something similar along those lines, but I'm going to do my best to put my own spin on things and just keep it, pardon me, as honest and as true to myself as I possibly can. And that's what I intend to do. But again, the whole thing about starting new is there's always going to be a million reasons to not start something. You just have to find one to start it. And I actually have more than one. I've been fortunate in that, but I do have a ton to know. So don't, I guess, what I'm trying to say is, like, again, this is my first video, so bear with me. It's probably going to be cringe. Don't let your fears, don't let your doubts, don't let any of that stop you from starting something if you believe it's something that you want to do and it's necessary. And I'll be honest, because I've told people this. I don't even really care to be in front of the camera. I don't really care for that. I don't really care to be on any level of fame. I just want to be paid well and enjoy my life. But this was the easiest, fastest way for me to start. Now it can change. It may change as I go, as I learn, and as I grow. But right now, this is the easiest way for me to engage and just get started on this thing of vlogging and, you know, interacting with YouTube and hopefully interacting with people and doing more. And that's what it's about. But again, with not letting your fear stop you from starting. Doubt will always be there. And there's always going to be a thought process of what can go wrong. You just can't let that stop you. You know, I'm 41 years old, less than 2 months away from being 42. I do have a full-time job. I'm a meat cutter. I work for a prominent supermarket chain in the South. And part of the reason I'm starting is because the job for the most part is stable, but the pay is not that great. They do have great insurance, but I'm looking to do more with my life. And if I'm being honest, I feel like I've waited too long and I got to start at some point. And that's the thing. If you're young, starting young is always going to be better than starting old. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means starting young is better. I wish I knew that 20 years ago. I'd have started 20 years ago, but I didn't. I was unfortunate that I did not have good mentors in my life leading me down that path and showing me the ropes. But don't let that stop you. You don't need all those things to start, and you can gain them along the way. I know because I've been doing lifting for a long time. Now, I started out just trying to lose weight. I got into mixed martial arts. I wouldn't say I was overly successful, but I've won fights. I've gone to competitions. I've got medals. But I no longer do that. But when I started, I was 440 pounds. And I knew nothing. I went to a gym. I literally got recommended by a friend who was like, hey, you want to get into shape? Now's the time for you to try out this gym. So I did. And, pardon me, it was one of the best things I ever did in my life, was just take that chance. You know, the first day was rough. I got my ass kicked for about 4 hours by a dude a third of my weight, who was far more experienced. But it wasn't an ass kicking in the sense of like someone beating you down. It was just like his knowledge and my knowledge, the ocean between the two was so vast, there was nothing I could do. But it didn't deter me. It just inspired me to stay. And because I became successful, I lost a shit ton of weight. So I cut my weight in half. I went from 440 all the way down to 240. I won some jiu-jitsu tournaments. I did lose my first MMA fight, won my second one. Got into excellent shape, you know, and that was my life for, I want to say, 5 or 6 years. And it was good. Now, it didn't last. You know, life happened, and that was a chapter that ended. But it improved my life in so many ways. It got me into fitness, which got me into lifting and working on my health. Now, I'm a big dude. I'm not going to say in front. I'm not some bodybuilder. I actually don't have any interest in bodybuilding. But I do believe in being healthy and being fit. Now, yes, the original reason, because I was in my early 20s, was I wanted to get women. I wanted to be attractive. You know, being a 440-pound brother, especially in the South, it's not easy out here, especially if you ain't got a lot of money to find love. Now, I did have some success because for a while there I was good at, you know, chopping it up with folks and talking it up, and I could use that. But even then, it only got you so far. I noticed that I had friends who are fitter than me and in good shape, and they didn't have to do or say much to get girls' attention. So I did. I had to work out and try very hard, and it worked. And MMA put me along that path, and I'm grateful for it. But if I hadn't started, if I had not taken the chance, I would have never gotten as far as I did. Now I'm 100 pounds down from there. I've gained weight because I've had injuries and all this other stuff. And I've lost weight again. Right now I'm sitting at right about 300 pounds, on my way down to 240. I will be talking about that in future videos and, documenting my journey as I go. But today's just an introduction, just kind of rambling and making a first video. And the reason being is I needed to do something to start, because that's the start. I was like, all right, make a video, do it, put it out there. It probably won't get any views. It may get 2 views. It may get nothing. I don't know. But it's a start. And I think that's the important part that I'm trying to get at here. You have to start somewhere. It doesn't mean you have to start perfect. It doesn't mean you need everything that you need. It just means you got to start. You take a step, you start. Like with the fitness thing, it saved my life. It gave me discipline that I didn't have before when I was 440 pounds. It gave me a purpose that I didn't have. It gave me drive. It introduced me to newer people and experiences. It improved my life on so many levels and in so many ways that I couldn't have fathomed beforehand, because I had never taken that first step. And I didn't realize that until I did. And that's basically what this is in itself, is taking that first step. I don't know where this journey is going to go. All I know is I'm going to commit to making right now a video a week. As I go, I'm going to try to create better topics and, solidify those down and make it a little bit better and narrow down my niche as I go. If anybody does watch this video and they have ideas, or maybe there's a topic that they aren't hearing or seeing talked about, and they want to see that being talked about, and hey, maybe it's something I can talk about, then I will. I can't make promises. If it's something I know and I'm knowledgeable in or have interest in, guess what? I'll make a video. If it's just something I'm not sure about, then I probably won't, because I don't believe in talking about things I'm not too knowledgeable about. I think there's too many people out there running their mouth about shit they have no clue about, and that's not a good idea. But that being said, thank you. My video is about 18 minutes long. It's a whole bunch of rambling. So I don't expect much views on this. I don't expect it to do much at all, but this is video 1 of Just James. More to come. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.